I need your help.
From where I'm standing, you need a miracle.
Why didn't the gas affect you?
You are scared.
You would be too, if you knew what Scarecrow's planning.
And I should trust you. Why?
Because without your help, every plant in this city will die. About that miracle.
I created a spore to counter the effects of Crane's toxin. It's easy when you know how, and can manipulate plants on a molecular level.
Could it protect the entire city?
Theoretically, but there's no way I can produce enough on my own.
Then let's get you some backup. Where to?
The Botanical Gardens. They're the oldest plants in Gotham. They'll tell me what we need to do.
Cash. The shutter door isn't opening. What's happening?
There's one big mother of a tank driving around out there. It doesn't look friendly.
Neither do I. Open the shutter door and I'll scan it from the rooftops. See if I can find a weakness.
I'll open it. Try not to get killed.
There's the tank. I'll need to scan its hull to find a weakness I can exploit.
Attention all units. Cobra unit dispatched to Sector 3. All non-essential personnel, clear the immediate area.
That's the rear scan. Now I need to scan the sides. I've already analyzed this section. This section's already been analyzed. That's the left side scanned. I just need to scan the right side.
When they look upon you, Batman, a hero.
The Cobra drone has enough firepower to rip the Batmobile to shreds in just a few shots. And its armor is too thick for my weaponry to penetrate head-on. However, there is a weakness. The drone's rear exhaust port leads straight to the power core. One well-placed shot with the Batmobile's 60mm cannon should take it out.
Enjoy your little airship cruise, Detective? I took advantage of your distraction to construct yet more riddles within Gotham. More riddles. Indeed, these puzzles are so complex, so fiendishly inventive, that I was forced to manufacture a race of robotic servants to assemble them.
I can use the radar to track the drone's movements and get behind it for a clear shot at the exhaust port. Thanks, Lucius.
Talk! Don't make me crack your skull and look for the answers inside.
Now talk!
The right choice.
Arkham Knight's got the bag in his sights. He's gonna take him.
Foe identification system of militia drones. An infected drone will target other...
Now to get Ivy to the Botanical Gardens.
Thanks, Alfred. I'll need to take them out before I drop off Ivy.
Lost contact with a drone, sir. Send backup, now. Hey, question. Did it hurt watching her die? Powerless to do anything? Resume normal patrol, Commander. Sir. Cobra offline. I've got support nearby. I'm sending it in. Barbara Gordon worked for you. She fought for you. And look where it got her. Whatever you're planning, it won't be enough. You can't fix this. Tonight ends with Gotham's fall, and me watching you die.
Try and get me to the Botanical Gardens in one piece, Batman. Or you can kiss that miracle goodbye.
Oh, man! It's him! Don't worry, he ain't catching us!
We're here, Ivy. What now?
Look at her. She's been here since before man walked the earth. She still holds great power. But she's weak. Poisoned by decades of pollution. She won't be able to fight Scarecrow's toxin on her own.
Then we need another.
There aren't any left like her. Not anymore.
What happened?
What do you think? Man. You cut them back, built over them, stopped them from reaching the sun.
If I can locate the roots, could you revive them?
They're lost. Buried beneath this concrete monstrosity. How will you...
The bigger the plant, the deeper the root. You wait here. I'll find a way to break them free. Lucius,
I need a way to track an ancient root system. It's deep underground.
I'm sure I can throw something together, but it may take me a little while. Come to Wayne Tower when you're ready.
Thanks, Lucius. Alfred, give me an update on Gotham's Most Wanted.
Let's see. Nightwing has been tracking another of Penguin's trucks. This will undoubtedly lead to another cache, and a chance to rid the city of Cobblepot and his flood of weapons. We also have a robbery in progress at the Bank of Gotham in Chinatown. Surveillance footage confirms that the perpetrators are known associates of Two-Face. Perhaps Mr. Dent has misplaced his coin. Whatever his reason, he needs to be stopped.
Thanks, Alfred.
It's the freaking bat!
Two-Face and Penguin loose in our city? We need to show them who's boss. So, whose throat are we gonna slit first?
I'm going to search for Azrael's burn. Two-Face's crew is robbing the Bank of Gotham in Chinatown. They're not getting their hands on 1 cent of Gotham's money.
Everyone, priority is to confirm sighting of Alpha target. It's been running scared. It's up there. A couple of guys have seen it. Without guidance locking, won't touch it. It's too fast. Look out! Batman's here! Batman's all over this. I'm heading back. If I'm here top of the line, what's the bats? Over the line? On top of the line? Not even a thing. Have you seen Batman's car? It turns into a tank. Where the hell does he get that stuff? It's obvious. Seems government funded. Really?
The look on your face when you saw him. Who'd have thought? The big bad Batman, scared of his own reflection.
First aid, now the airships. Batman's pushing us hard. I know the Knight says Batman won't kill you, but I don't know. I keep hearing rumors from street scum about that Joker guy. This sure beats working for the rebels in Santa Prisca. They're always hiring guns out there, but you don't want to end up in that prison. first, he'd better give us a heads up. All this for one guy seems a little excessive, if you ask me. He'll be dead within the hour. This is state-of-the-art tech, gentlemen. You won't know what's hit him. Bet the Bat thinks he's winning. He's in for a surprise. Look out! Damn it! What's wrong with this piece of crap? Report in, all of you. What's that? I don't know. Came from over there. Look out! The high ground is ours, Batman. You're trespassing. I'd rather take over Gotham than Keystone. At least you can see Batman coming.
There's a hostage in the trunk, but the car's wired to blow. I'll need to defuse the explosive first.
You found the Cheshire Cat, all grinning. But don't be fooled. Don't think you're winning.
Let Batman handle this. Heading back to base.
Batman? What happened? How the hell did I end up here?
Tell me what you remember.
I was chasing down some rioters and the siren went all screwy. I had to pull over. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the dark with that siren blaring. I thought it would never end.
You're safe now. I'll send someone to pick you up. Cash, I found one of the hostages. I'm sending you the location.
You got it, Batman. Any leads on the others?
I'm working on it.
Just say the word and I'll go down there and make that bastard talk.
It's under control, Cash. Leave it to me.
predictable, and you never stood a chance.
Leave the riddle guy alone. But he's got robots, man. Actual freaking robots. And did you see what he's built down there? Huge. He doesn't share tech, so don't ask. Yeah, but robots. Look, all these freaks. Riddler, they fly. So much for the turret. Stay alert. Switching off. Not for 1 second. This is gonna hurt. Too easy.
I own the sky now.
Two-Face's crew is robbing the Bank of Gotham in Chinatown. They're not getting their hands on 1 cent of Gotham's money.
I hope they send the National Guard in. We'll tear them apart.
Hurry along, Detective. Your kitty friend is eager to discover what's behind the door I've unlocked in the orphanage. She's prowling about, scratching at the woodwork, mewling most irritatingly. But I'm not letting her in until you get there.
Hey! Not gonna work!
Two-Face's crew is robbing the Bank of Gotham in Chinatown. They're not getting their hands on 1 cent of Gotham's money.
Without that car, Batman's nothing. He needs to test himself properly against real soldiers.
Batman's tank? Man, that thing's like a decade ahead of the stuff Black Ops are. I think there's a drone malfunction. Oh god, it's targeting me!
Hey, that Firefly guy. Swear I saw him in a movie once. What movie? I'm not sure. Flame? The Fireman? Mr. Fire? It's on the tip of my tongue.
No more excuses. Learn how to win or leave.
Yeah, I've got some interrogation skills. Did some jobs in Hasaragua with a guy named Barrera. He knew how to make people talk.
I am ready for another challenge.
You can't beat me!
Avoid their strikes to show me you are worthy.
Keep trying. Again.
Never hit me.
I am dishonored by my failure.
Focus.
Let me redeem myself.
Try again. Go.
I bring shame upon myself.
You're better than this.
Not all you got. Look out! This one you met already.
You have shown great skill. I'll return when you're ready for the next challenge.
No matter how difficult the test, I will prevail.
Another competent display, sir. He was clearly studying your techniques closely during his time in Arkham City. Initial tests show he is employing an almost identical fighting style to your own.
It takes more than that to defend this city, Alfred.
Agreed. I'll collect the data from this encounter and compile it with the first. Let me know if you need anything else, sir.
Battler? Brizzler? No, it's Riddler. I'm sure of it. That's what I'm telling you. There's lots of them. You ever heard of Clue Master? You're kidding, right? That one leaves clues at the scene of the...
Two-Face's crew is robbing the Bank of Gotham in Chinatown. They're not getting their hands on 1 cent of Gotham's money.
Where's Batman been hiding? Lex Luthor's got a building somewhere around here, right? Yeah, over by the plaza. You know the... This was nothing, Batman. We will win. No one knows where the Knight's taking it. Sure as hell ain't gonna tell a bunch of grunts like us.
Alfred, I found a 5th victim.
I feared you would, sir.
This wound is relatively fresh, inflicted while the victim was still alive. Abrasion to the epidermal layers confirms the somewhat crude removal of a tattoo. The position of this scar indicates the victim underwent surgery to remove one of their kidneys. A plate made of tantalum, used here for a cranial fracture, most probably the result of a boxing accident. The victim's callous knuckles would only be acquired by a professional fighter. Alfred, the victim's name is Ella Montgomery.
It appears the kidney was donated to a twin sister who unfortunately died. This seems to have been the catalyst for her boxing pursuits, and hence the cranial injury. She went missing in Huntsville, Alabama.
Do the details of the disappearance match with the others?
They do indeed, sir. Also, your request to cross-reference the parks and playing fields has proved fruitful. I've come across some leasing documentation that appears to have been falsified. Someone is attempting to cover their tracks.
Find out anything you can, Alfred. We couldn't have done anything to prevent these deaths, but we can still save others.
Enemy's been found! Riker Heights! Target's lost! Find him, Sergeant! Oh, God! Go, go! What's Scarecrow up to? Just kill the bat! All these schemes make my head hurt. You seen it? The bat's got all kinds of bling on that car, man. So that Stag guy didn't leave? Idiot.
What's wrong, Ben? Too chicken to come fight me?
Did you hear about the guy working with Scarecrow? Bad case of bat envy.
Oh, good, you're here. Lately, Batman, I've been pondering the value of human life. And your strange insistence upon preserving even its basest forms. Take the barely literate triple murderer in the nearby riot. He's a dead man come dawn. When the microbomb I surreptitiously placed in his brain explodes. My hypothesis is simple. When faced with the task of trying to save one condemned man amongst that gaggle of idiots, even you will give up in despair. Oh, and don't knock him out. What little brain activity he has keeps that cranial combustible from detonating. Detonating.
I need to use the remote batarang to scan the nearby crowd for Riddler's victim. There's Riddler's victim. The remote batarang can carry an electric charge. It should defuse Riddler's microbomb without causing a detonation.
Well, congratulations, hero. You saved a murderer, a monster, a moron. The gene pool thanks you for your efforts. There's more doomed men in Gotham tonight. You won't prove your obnoxiously principled point until you save them all. Until you save them all.
start talking, I'll tell you when to stop.
You want to know about Riddler? I know a lot about Riddler.
Much obliged.
The Knight's given us our orders. We execute them without...
Blow it! Go! Two-Face wants every last cent we can find!
Two-Face's thugs won't hear me over the alarm. No need to be quiet. I can hit them fast, hit them hard.
Hold back to ourselves, Batman. Nowhere to be seen. Hey!
We thought you might show up, Batman.
We were counting on it.
No, please!
Look, Batman, I need the money. It's hard to find honest work with these specific...
You make a monster out of us, then you hunt us down!
Jackpot! Got another man down over here! Keep your eyes open! He's still here! Stay away, Bat, or I'll blow the crap out of you!
Another guy down. But not dead, right, Batman? It's sweet that you still try and live by the rules.
Rich! That ain't get me again. Not again!
I used to have rules, Batman. Now I have the coin.
It's easier this way. No ringing us. No hesitating. Just doing what fate decides.
Using the floor brakes! Take out the brakes! Stop the bastard! You'll be okay, guys, but don't stop now! Oh no! Another man down! Don't let him stop us! Come near me, Batman, and I'll kill you!
Well then, boys, looks like that bank has a bat infestation. Since we're making such a large withdrawal, why don't we take care of it for them?
Lock the doors and find him. Whoever kills the bastard and brings us the body gets double their cut.
Two-Face locked us in. The thugs aren't after money now. They're after me. And there's no alarm to cover the sound of my attacks.
The bullet's too quick. I'm beating him to death.
I dream about killing that freak.
Positive mental attitude, my friend. One of the principles of success.
One of the what?
Where is he?
I don't see him.
city now here? Why does he always win?
Hey, what happened?
Not again! Not again! Speak for yourself! Get a grip, man!
We can't help him. He's out cold. Keep a lookout. Batman, you got this wrong. The Bank of Gotham, it launders money for the mob. Or what's left of it.
You remember the mob, right? The guys who burned half our face off because they couldn't get to you?
Now sure, there's plenty of clean money mixed with the dirty. But what isn't tainted in this town?
So stay away from the banks. You'll regret it if you don't.
Cash. Two-Face's crew went after the Bank of Gotham in Chinatown. I need you to disable the bank security gate and pick up Dent's thugs.
Sure thing, Batman. I'll send a car around now. That thing will flatten us! Move! I'm going! What the? It's the bat! He's failing us! Put your foot down! Go!
It's the back!
You work for Riddler, so talk to me.
That's all I know!
It's enough.
I'm going to search.
An APC just got picked up via the scanner, sir. The militia's increasing protection for its lieutenants. Be careful.
Oh God, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's tailing us. Keep driving. Be careful, the bat's got a cannon on his car. He's kicking it.
Batman's following me. I need support. Send everything to the ferry terminal. Reinforcements en route.
The militia just lost one more lieutenant.
Hey, Bruce. I've managed to track down one of Penguin's trucks. It's by the canal on Bleak Island.
Thanks, Nightwing. I'll approach on foot and shadow it to the weapons cache.
What'd she do to make Bigman angry? Nothing. Nothing. He just grabbed it and get to the man. Thought he was supposed to be a genius. Truck full of guns, warehouse full of gas.
The guy almost went to work for dead. Harvey's guys are out there robbing banks, and there's no one left to... Hey, Lenny. Is that you? Oh, God, it's him! The frickin' bat! Get us out of here!
I'm losing sight of the truck. I should tag it with the disruptor so I can track it.
It's the bat! He's found us! What are we gonna do? Lose him! We gotta get off the road! Okay, hold on! Will this guy ever quit? Anyone see him? I'm trying to drive here. I don't see anything. You think he's still out there? Or should I know? Hey, boss. We got a problem. What is it? It's the bat. He's following us. We'll lose him. We're trying. It ain't easy.
I don't want to hear that. If you bring him anywhere near my guns, I'll do you some serious damage. Where is he now?
I don't know. I can't see him.
Just 'cause you can't see him, don't mean he can't see you. Next time I hear from you, it better be good news.
He's gone. We actually lost him. All right, get us off the road before he comes back. Taking us back to base. Good thinking. I knew we could outrun him. He never had a chance of catching us. Told you he couldn't keep up. The bat's lost it.
Penguin is using the Sionis Industries building as a front for one of his weapons caches. I'll take point.
Age before beauty, Bruce. I'll keep my entrance understated, as always.
Nice timing, idiot. He's right there. Just go. You want to take the wheel? Look, John.
Quick we offload these guns, the quicker we get our cut.
Your Nightwing's in town. That's all we need. Another freak in a mask.
I should drop in and pay them a visit.
How long's the bat been... the bat? You guys gonna need a cane before long.
He won't come here. Trust me. Yeah, right. The last time I trusted you, I ended up sharing a cell with the missing link. You still bitching about that? Yeah, damn right I am. Your stretch was like a cakewalk compared to mine. Didn't know this was a contest. Maybe you're just sore you don't get to snuggle up to that big hunk of man no more. Funny. Real funny.
You can't touch me!
Forgot how well we work together.
I hadn't. I only work with the best.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't get any ideas, Bruce. It's not permanent. I like the new job too much, you know? The work's good, I get to decide my own hours, and best of all, there's no boss looking over my shoulder. This isn't over yet. By my count, Penguin must have at least 3 more of these caches in the city. That equals a lot of guns on the street. It's gonna be a long night, Bruce.
I'm used to it. Just keep tracking those refrigeration trucks.
And here I thought you might give me a real challenge.